I think that's another important piece to this building resilience framework, right? Is we've got to, number one, like we already said, we need to, reset the nervous system, come back into our body. Number two, we need to reframe the mindset, right? We need to shift from being reactive to responding, right? Using our power of perspective to change. Like, think about it. What if stress was your teacher and not your enemy? What if
Mm,
stress was your teacher and not your enemy? So I always go through, okay, how is this, whatever the not so great this thing is, how is this working out for my highest and best interest? That's the
mhm,
question I'm always asking myself. So, like, how is this car accident that my boys went through, how is it working out for highest and best interest? They're in the exact same spot where they had the accident like 6-8 weeks ago. Somebody actually died from an accident. So I'm like, okay, I am thankful and blessed. Yeah, we got to deal with all the car stuff and all of that, but they're all safe. There's no traumatic injuries or damage, and they're alive. Like, okay, so dealing with the car stuff now as a perspective is like not a big deal,
mm.
right? It's just this little minuscule thing because things could have been a whole lot worse. But it's also, okay, how can I learn from this? What's my response to these things, and how can I learn and grow? So it really, if we begin to ask different questions about what it is that we're going through, we can actually shift and change those levels of stress.
I love that. I do, because I often forget this too, right? That stress actually is a teacher.
Yes.
Even though it often feels very uncomfortable, it's usually a signal somewhere that something needs our attention.